Barakati Hawa, Barakati Yahushai, Barakati Hawa, Barakati Yahushai, Barakati Hawa, Barakata Yahushai. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Rakah Kodash. Yahweh, who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahushai, his beloved Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. Bashem is in the name. And only those two names are going to be delivered by in these perilous times to come. Double on apostles and elders of Great Stone. Peace and salutation to you, beloved Akim. As in this word in sincerity and truth with humiliation all across the four winds to you, I salute. This is the brother, Desire One back at you with another lesson. Going into something brief. Correction is love. Correction is love. That's what correction is. Alright? It hurts getting your ass handed to you, but correction is love. Alright? So if you get corrected, alright, disciplined, that's love. From Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Don't look at it as something in a negative light. That's love. Alright? This is Proverbs 3:11. My son, despise not the chastening of the Lord, neither be weary of his correction. Alright? Okay? Don't be wary of his correction. Don't get tired. Because, we need continuous discipline on this walk. Alright? We need continuous discipline. As well, when you look at a child, right? Me dealing with kids, around kids, for years. A child needs continuous correction. Alright? Because foolishness bound in their minds. What drives it though? The rod of correction. Because they're young, they need to be guided. A child, or sometimes they just do certain stupid shit. Because, foolishness, a bunch of foolishness, sometime in their mind, that's why they got to be steered and corrected. Alright? Okay? So, us in this faith, alright? The same thing. You got to get corrected. Some flaws, what the Lord sees in you, he want to purge that out of you. So he can keep on harming your ass. Or he can use your neighbor to search you out, whatever it is. What ain't right. To correct your ass, to get your ass in order. So don't look at nothing in a negative light. Alright? Because the correction never all the time. Alright? It's a continuous thing. It's a part of our heritage, correction. Alright? The NLT. My child, don't reject the Lord's discipline and don't be upset when he corrects you. Okay? Okay? My son, the NIV. Do not despise the Lord's discipline, do not resent his rebuke. So, if the Lord put a spirit on the brother to rebuke you, don't look at it as something bad. Take it and accept it and say to Wadi Abashim Shai. Alright? Because who the Lord loveth, he chasteneth. Alright? If you don't want to take correction, then you're in the way of sinners. This is the AMP, my son. Do not reject or take lightly the discipline of the Lord. Learn from your mistakes, the AMP, and the testing that comes from his correction through discipline, nor despise his rebuke. We all get our ass handed to us. Accept it and move on. Accept it and move on. Alright? Now he's looking at the AI overview of Proverbs 3:11. It says, means believers shouldn't reject or resent Yahweh's discipline and correction because it is a sign of his love. Correction is love. Similar to how a father disciplines a son, he delights in. It's meant for spiritual growth and guidance, not punishment. You see that? Correction is love. Helping people mature and align with God's purposes for their lives. It encourages viewing hardship as loving training for holiness and wisdom rather than something to be weary. So don't look at it as something in a negative light. Alright? That's the Lord trying to purge something out of you. you know, and you know, if a brother correcting you about something, that's something with the Lord put in his spirit that pretty much, he sees, and he using that brother to correct you. So don't look at it in a negative light. Take it and apply it. Key meanings in Proverbs 3:11. Do not despise or reject God's discipline. Don't minimize or push away the correction of or training the Most High sends. Do not be weary, resent his rebuke. Don't get tired of hate. Don't get tired of hate or become impatient with his rebukes. You see? That's what it's all about. Because the Lord wants you to get right. That's the spirit of the Lord. Even when a brother rebukes you, that's the spirit of the Lord. He put in the spirit of the Lord putting the spirit on that brother, to come at you to get right. All right? Don't get tired of or hate or become impatient with his rebukes. Sometimes the Lord allow us to go through things for a long period of time. You might see you might have a flaw in you, and the Lord sees that, but you don't see it, or you ignoring it. But the Lord keep on busting your ass for that, and we all let's go experience that from time to time. But hey, that's what discipline do correct you. That's love. Another talking point says it's an act of love. God disciplines those he loves. Just as a father corrects a son he delights in. All right? The scripture say in Hebrews 12, he scourged every son he receive it. You don't want to be considered a bastard and not sons. Because you were a bastard, you outside the temple. The Lord ain't dealing with you. And we see that with a lot of our people. Oh, they think the Lord dealing with them because they blessed in the world, but the Lord ain't dealing with them. All right? They ain't going through nothing. Another talking point says it's for your good. The discipline aims to spiritual maturity. All right? Spiritual maturity. You see? Reveal sin and guide you towards Yahweh's best purposes. You see that? All right? Bring spiritual maturity and reveal sin. That's all. Okay? So, hey, it says in essence, embrace God's correction as a loving fatherly act to help you grow in wisdom and righteousness rather than viewing it as a harsh punishment. So if you resent correction, that means you're right. You got to check yourself. You don't spiritually mature. You still a babe. You still a proselyte. You see? You looking at it in a negative light. You see? Correction is love, man. Correction is love. All right? And then, and correction never all the time. This is Sirach 16:12. As his mercy is great, so is his correction. Also, he judges a man according to his works. You see that? You see that? All right? Just as his mercy is great, so is his correction. Also, he judges a man according to his works. All right? The Lord ain't playing, babe. He's going to correct your ass if you ain't right. This is Sirach 22:6. A tale out of season is as music in morning, but stripes and correction of wisdom are never all the time. They is continuous, like I indicated. It continuous. You see? They continuous. Correction never all the time. Correction is love, man. Correction is love. Okay? This is 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 16. It says, all scripture is given by inspiration of God and is profitable for doctrine, for reproof, for correction, for instruction in righteousness, that the man of Yahweh may be perfect, truly furnished unto all good works. So, hey, you see why correction is so important? Correction is love, man. That's to get your ass in order. All right? Get your ass together. Get your mind right. All right, let me see if I can get this in a different translation, right? I like the AMP. The AMP. All scripture is God breathed, given by divine inspiration, as profitable for instruction, for conviction of sin, for conviction of sin, for correction of error, and restoration to obedience. You see how powerful is this? For correction of error and restoration to obedience. You see that? To get your ass together. For training in righteousness, learning to live in conformity to God's will, both publicly and privately, behaving honorably, personal integrity and moral courage. So correction is powerful. Okay? These scriptures don't play. These different translations go hard. These go hard. Okay? It says, verse 17, so that the man of Yahweh may be complete and proficient, outfitted and thoroughly equipped for every good work. All right? So don't look at correction in a negative light. Correction is love. We need correction. All right? It's continuous in this fight. All right? To get our shit together. You see? So, yeah, man. I just want to bring out the spirit and power of Yahweh Shai. Yeah, man. Shalom.